M18. No.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's got this almost to the yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And a Packer first down.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. This defense. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Rodgers to Allison. Good for a Green Bay first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Buying time to, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, D, okay. All right, D. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Joker. 80 weapon. Watch twins.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Husky Pittsburgh.
Get your swerve on.
General West.
No.
Let's go. Hit.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. 3rd and long. It's Hodges going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now,
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll get this out wide to Allison. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 70 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
You're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Hodges. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. He was brought down by Eric Harris.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
8 read. Hey, Sam off.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come. Check, 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 check. Shit.
Rock it.
Begin.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Love. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the midfield strike, they look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the carry, it's Love. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Hodges eluding the pressure right. He can now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Adams has it complete. And pass. The 40 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
6-6, pull it high. Check, we are going. Check 4. Hey, Alpha.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Open man is Allison, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter. Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. They'll go with Boone. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Boone. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. They'll run for it with Pumphrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rodgers now throwing again, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers now to throw. It's complete to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The connection made. It's Graham. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Check 43.
Hey, check 26.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Hodges. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Love. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Hodges looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Rodgers looking to throw.
The goal of a wide.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches